In hospital, it's not just the doctors and nurses who help to get you fixed.
There are lots of other heroes working behind the scenes.
Yes!
What will happen when we have a go at their amazing jobs?
Useless.
This is Operation Takeover.
When you're a patient, life can be a bit boring, so it's important to keep upbeat and entertained on the wards.
Today's hospital heroes help with that. They are Radio Lollipop DJs Dom and Chaminda.
They're hosts on the Evelina Children's Hospital radio station, which broadcasts just for the patients to cheer them up and reduce stress, which is good for health.
It is Thrilling Thursday.
I'm really excited. We have some very special guests coming in later.
I think they're talking about us, Chris. Let's say hello.
Are we live now?
Absolutely.
Hi, kids. So, what is it like doing hospital radio?
It's great fun. The children love it as well, and if they're having fun, then we have the most fun.
As a kid, being in hospital is not the most exciting place to be, so it takes them away from the whole hospital environment.
What I want to know is what are the ingredients of a really good radio show?
I reckon you guys should go upstairs onto the wards, find out firsthand from our listeners what makes a really good radio show.
That's a brilliant idea.
OK, let's hit the wards and get
the top 3 tips to being a hospital radio show host. In at number 3.
Try to be funny a little bit.
Good luck with that one, Xand.
Oi!
What's at number 2?
Do good singing.
Do you think that the DJ should sing, or do you think we should just play the records?
Sing.
Really?
Uh-oh.
And finally, top of the charts is...
Don't embarrass yourself.
That's easy for me, a little bit less easy for Dr. Xand.
Thanks, Toller.
And thank you, Summer.
So we found out just how important the job of hospital radio host really is.
But have we got what it takes to be on the same wavelength as the real professionals? Get it? Wavelength?
It's time for us to be hospital radio hosts.
So your challenge today is to take over the airwaves for 10 minutes each.
And then we want to see how you handle a special guest.
Right, this should be trivial. And I have a special guest in mind who I think will give me an enormous advantage.
I don't have a guest. Where am I going to get a guest?
Better go find a guest. I have a professional DJ as my guest.
It's Radio 1 Extra DJ Yasmin Evans.
And I am going to thrash Dr. Xand as a result.
Not so fast, Chris. Meet the judges. They're tuned in, ready to pick a winner. Who's the best? They decide.
Bring it on. I'll go first.
What time is it?
It's Dr. Crystal!
Hospital Radio's #1 Operation Ouch-based show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Dr. Chris Show.
I have with me Yasmin Evans. How are you, Yasmin?
I'm very well. How are you?
I thought I'd been really clever inviting you along because you could really help me out. And
Yes.
in fact, it's just piled and piled on the pressure. My first go as a DJ.
I'm going to hit play.
I'm going to turn these up. And now we can hear Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. We're talking over it.
Can they still hear us?
They can take us down.
Oops. I wonder if anyone noticed. It's a good job Yasmin's here.
This is a nightmare. Chris has already got a guest and I don't have one. Where am I going to get a guest at such short notice?
Okay, I'm going to try and work the screen. I'm sorry, everyone listening.
I hope I'm not losing the judges.
That's Nick Jonas.
That's Nick Jonas.
Ah, there's so many buttons.
I got that.
Thank goodness Xand still doesn't have a guest.
Hang on, I've spotted someone. It's Laverne the housekeeper.
Can I stop you cleaning? Will you be a guest on my radio show?
Oh, I'll think of it.
You'll be all right?
Yep.
Come on then, come with me.
Okay.
Off we go.
Phew, just in the nick of time.
And for all the judges out there, I guess I want to leave you with the thought
How much better this has been than Dr. Xand.
it's going to be. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Bye. I must say, it's phenomenally stressful. Give me 5.
Beat that, Xand. Over to you.
Hey everybody, it's Dr. Xand. Oh. One thing's for sure, I'll give it a go. It's time for Dr. Xand's amazing radio show!
This is Dr. Xand, and let me tell you,
I'm gonna make your eardrums burst.
no, I'm not going to do it. Okay, that'd be bad. I'm going to give you
Dandruff, how about that?
See, Chris? I can be funny.
If you say so.
We have an incredible guest, the world famous, the one, the only, Laverne Lodrick. Laverne, how you doing?
Hi there, Doctor. Good evening.
I'm gonna play some relaxing music How's that going?
The judges wanted singing.
Yes, but you are 100% embarrassing.
Now, what's the food like in the hospital?
Well, I've never tasted the patient food.
Never stolen food off a poorly child.
No.
That's
I
a
won't do
bad
that.
thing to
No.
do. I tell you what, I have done that occasionally.
What? You can't do that.
You're wonderful. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Time to admit defeat, Chris. Let's get the verdict.
So, guys, tell us who the winner is.
4-1 in your face.
You love me. You really do love me.
So, judges, what did you like about my show?
It was a little bit more funny. Well, it wasn't really you, it was more of your special guest.
Ha! You got lucky, Xand.
Well, we've seen just how important the job of radio hosts like Dom and Chaminda are to the running of the hospital.
And although I did a lot better than you, according to the listening public, I think it is best left to the experts.
Have the headphones back, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Today's takeover hero is ward chef Damien. Every ward has its own chef, and he's one of the incredible team cooking all the healthy, tasty meals in the hospital that help patients to get better.
This idea is all about making sure we serve the kids food as a part of the medicine, and making sure the kids eat breakfast, dinner and lunch.
Damien is spot on. Eating well and enjoying your food can really help people to get well quicker. So on the wards, it's the children who choose what they eat from a healthy menu.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit, Ruby.
So, what do the patients think of the ward chef's food?
How has the food been?
Nice.
Has it been really nice?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're getting well fed in the hospital?
Sure.
And what do you think you're going to have for dinner?
Sausage in the mouth.
Do you think they're cooking it right now?
No sausages for you, Xand.
Oh, Chris.
So we found out just how important the ward chef is to the running of a hospital.
But have we got what it takes to step up to the plate? Get it? Plate?
The chefs make treats every afternoon to cheer up their patients, and today that job is falling to us.
It's time for us to take over as hospital ward chefs.
You're going to make cookies.
Cookies? Yum.
Yes, Xand, we've both got identical ingredients and decorations to make our cookies. They'll be judged on how good they are by Damien, and then Jacob and Dominique.
But before we start, we need some advice from someone who knows all about cookie making. Tilly Ramsey.
Hello, Dr. Chris and Dr. Xand.
Hi, Tilly.
Number 1, don't rush. And number 2, make sure all your ingredients are ready and laid out before you start. But most of all, have fun.
Thanks, Tilly. Bye.
Your time starts now.
Let's get cracking.
Just need the egg yolk.
I'm just doing this quite roughly. I'm not overly concerned with getting everything right to the nearest gram.
Winging it, eh, Chris? I'm going for a more measured approach.
Fingers, Xand.
Shouldn't have done that.
I may be in trouble here.
It's just sin you're licking your fingers, which is not a good practice.
Is that illegal?
Better wash my hands again.
I've got some nice blue food colour.
I'll just have to make my own green by mixing yellow and blue. Perfect.
Oh no, Xand's using his hands again.
So are you, Chris.
Luckily, we've both washed them.
I am going to make one big biscuit.
My attention to detail will win in the end.
These are going to be the best biscuits ever.
There is my blue C, ready to go in the oven.
Tilly would be proud. In they go.
And out they come.
And now for a few finishing touches.
It'll take more than that, Chris, to beat me.
Oh, I ran out of icing. Now it says Dr. Crick.
Ha! Well, now I've definitely won with these beautiful... Ah! They're burnt!
Oh, dear.
Well, that's nothing a bit more decoration won't fix.
Et voila. Time to see what Chef Damien thinks.
Looks burnt, and it's even raw inside.
Ha! Xand's is burnt and raw. I'm gonna win.
Sorry, Chef.
What about mine?
Yours is still raw inside.
Ha ha! Raw as well. Touché, mate.
But the look of it is not safe to eat.
That's bad.
We have to judge them on appearance alone.
We certainly blew that one.
Yes, we did. Utterly failing in our task by making cookies the patients can't even eat.
Don't tell Tilly.
So, after our failure, the verdict will be based on decoration alone, to be decided by the most important judges in the hospital.
Ta-da!
Wow, you decorated it. That's amazing.
Impressing already.
Right.
Yours is beautiful.
What? You think mine is beautiful? So, Jacob, you're not a sprinkles man.
Time for the result.
Which plate of biscuits do you think looks best? One for me, oh no, and two for Dr. Xand. His is burned.
So, we've seen that Damien and all the chefs here work really hard to make sure the patients get the right and most delicious food to make them well.
I think we should leave it to the experts. There you go, Damien.
Lots of emergency cases arrive at Alderhay and other hospitals by air.
All over the UK, there are helicopter services ready to help.
Today's hospital hero is London Air Ambulance pilot Captain Neil Jeffers.
And we're going to meet him.
Well, Chris is late. I've got no idea where he is at all, but Captain Neil is not going to be pleased, and this is a little bit embarrassing.
There's Zandy.
Where is he? Come on, Chris.
Oh, it's a shame he's missed this. Probably should have told him about it.
The helicopter's here. The blades have stopped turning, and it's safe to approach.
Ah, hi, Xand. Sorry you missed that. It really is the only way to travel. I'm going to start getting a helicopter to work a bit more often.
This is outrageous.
Air ambulances are incredible. This service in London helps around 2,000 patients every year, and the pilots are essential when it comes to their rescue.
You know, we don't normally think of pilots as being part of a medical team. How do you fit in?
Our job is to get the medical team to the patient as quickly as we possibly can. And being driven around London, the average speed is maybe 5 miles an hour. A helicopter can fly at about 150 miles an hour in a straight line.
Getting to a medical emergency quickly is difficult enough, but landing there can be even trickier.
This is the onboard medical team, Dr. Anna Dobby and paramedic Steve Reed.
No one appreciates the role of the pilot more than them.
So it's not an easy job getting this helicopter where it needs to be.
Landing spaces can be parks, can be roads, so the pilots try and get us as close to the scene as possible.
These guys, they are so calm. Landed in school playgrounds, on the M25. Their training just makes them absolutely amazing under pressure.
We've seen just how important the air ambulance is to the running of a big hospital.
But will our careers as pilots take off?
Get it? Get it?
Today, I'm going to be flying the twin-engine Performance Class 1 MD-902.
Really? I just call mine Barry.
Your takeover challenge is to fly your helicopter and land it as safely and as close to the patient as you possibly can. The pressure's on. This patient is critical.
Ah! It's Mini Xand! And he's grazed his knee! Quick, Chris, to the choppers.
Because there's been a patient trapped beneath the car. There are two potential landing sites. One is right next to the patient in a complicated school site, or there's a bigger field a bit further away. So the choice is whether they land in a complicated site or land in a big field and let your doctors and paramedics walk to the patient.
We're off. Xand's up first.
Right, he's got it airborne. We don't want it to go too close to the river in this case.
Xand, you're going a little bit high.
Come back! Come back!
I'm sure that's not quite the way he wanted to go. It's now over the river.
Right, forward. No, fly backwards, fly backwards.
I've lost control! Ah!
So that didn't go all that well. And meanwhile, poor Mini Xand is still exsanguinating all over the floor.
Mini Xand! You've got to rescue him now, Chris. You're his only hope.
I will go and get Mini Xand. Leave this to me.
Going the right direction. This has promise.
Oh, it is difficult, isn't it?
Oh, keep it down! Keep it down! Keep it down! Get it down! Get it down! No.
Hold on, we just need to recover that.
Chris is persevering.
What are you doing?
I certainly would be looking at landing in the grass area.
Yeah. Yes! Yes!
He's landed on top of Millie Xand. Now, although I said to get as close as we possibly can, that's probably just a little too close on top of the patient in this case. Chris, I applaud your determination, and I did say land as close to the patient as you possibly could, but after many attempts you landed on the patient, probably committing more damage than Xand.
I think this is a case of who's less rubbish.
So, today's winner is Xand.
Well, I'm very surprised by that. I guess if I've learned one thing, it's the importance of the air ambulance pilots in the running of a big hospital. Neil, I think it's time we give our helicopter back. Our one remaining helicopter.
In hospital, it's not just the doctors and nurses who help you get fixed. There are lots of other heroes working behind the scenes.
Ah, yes!
What will happen when we have a go at their amazing jobs?
Welcome to the Dr. Chris Show.
Useless.
This is Operation Takeover. Today's hero is the hospital's very own Dr. Showbiz, Vicky Charnock. Vicky is in charge of a whole troupe of entertainers, keeping the patients happy with music, arts, crafts, and even animation.
So, Vicky, patients need entertaining, but you do more than that, don't you?
If you participate in arts activities, it can make your body feel better, and if your body feels better, you can feel less stressed. They're not just patients, but their families as well.
We join some of the entertainers to find out exactly what's involved.
So what do you guys do in the hospital?
We try to use our music to bring a bit of a calming atmosphere and help with the stress levels. Sometimes you can see on the monitor a stressed child's heart rate actually come down while you're playing.
Ooh, Xand, listen up. Do you recognise that tune? Of course I do. It's our theme tune. Alfie's feeling better already. As entertainment is so important to health, we need to get in on the act.
It's time for Doctor's Got Talent!
And we're going to perform a magic show.
Where's Chris? How come you got a cape? Because I'm the real magician.
We've got the toughest audience of all, the patients of Ward 3C.
Not 3C?
Our judges will decide whether it's a magical moment that makes them feel better or an embarrassing fail.
This is looking like a very tough crowd, but I'm not too worried because I've got something under my hat. I mean, I don't actually have something under my hat, it's just an expression, but anyway, I'm going to win.
There's more to being a magician than Xand's fancy cape. I've been practicing an amazing trick for weeks.
Well, Chris, I'm up first with my milk into a hat trick.
The instructions say I need a cup, bottle of real milk, and I need a hat. Has anybody got a hat I can borrow?
You're wearing a hat.
Oh, I'll use that then.
Take the milk and pour it into the cup that's in the hat.
Xand, the cup isn't in the hat, the cup's on the table.
Oh no!
Unlucky, Xand, it's going wrong. But the audience is finding it funny.
You think it'll work if I just put the cup in the hat? Now, it says sometimes it works if you use some real magic. Can you all say abracadabra, okay? 1, 2... All I can do is try and take the cup out of the hat.
Xand's trick worked.
So I put it on my head?
Milk in the hat. There must be milk in the hat.
Ra-da-da.
That's going to be a tough act to follow. Everyone was smiling and relaxed. But can I beat Xand with my ring off a string magic trick?
So what I need is something with a hole in it.
I've got a roll of surgical tape.
Roll of surgical tape. OK, so that will do. So then I need a piece of string. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my shoelace. So who wants to come and grab my shoelace? You can try putting that one.
Ooh, audience participation. Clever idea.
Now we're going to tie a loop in this. OK, now, can you come and pull on that for me? Can you pull on that?
Oh.
Is that tight? It's not going to break. Dr. Xand, maybe you could come and give me a hand, stand over here. For this trick to work, what we have to do is keep the tape on the loop. So can you just test that? Is the tape properly there? It's not
Tape's in the loop.
It's not going to fall. So I want you to hold that end.
All I have to do is hold it. I've got it.
And are you holding it nice and tight?
Right! What?
Well, that deserves a replay. There it is, and then it's gone. I'm very impressed. But what did our judges think? Time for the verdict.
You ready?
3,
2, 1, vote!
Let's have a count up. 5 votes for me! I win!
Okay, but I did get 2.
Yay!
Hopefully everyone feels less stressed, which will help them get well sooner.
Was it better than just sitting in your hospital bed doing nothing?
Oh, that's something. Even if Evie was just trying to please us.
You know what I've always wanted to do to the audience on Ward 3C? What's that? Make them disappear.
Well, that was a very impressive piece of magic, Dr. Xand.
Not us too! Today's hospital heroes are porters Robbie and Robbie.
The 2 Robbies are part of a whole squad of people who keep everything in the hospital moving, from the patients themselves to vital medical equipment.
Right, so guys, we're going to spend the day as porters with you.
Yeah.
What's the number one thing we mustn't get wrong today?
We mustn't fall asleep on the job.
Xand!
What?
Sorry, Robbie.
Next time, you're sacked.
Yeah.
Apart from not falling asleep on the job, what's the most important thing about being a porter?
Making the patients feel as comfortable as possible.
Everyone's nervous going to hospital. I think we help to put the kids at ease and the parents at ease. We'll talk to them, entertain them, and then ask them what do they want for the first meal when they wake up. Do they want snot on toast?
I love snot on toast.
It's snot funny for long, Xand. The Robbies want to see if we're up to the job.
Okay, I'm ready.
2, 1, forward.
No, you said forwards.
Okay, all right, but walk backwards then.
Okay, you ready? 1,
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm not going to get a job. Useless.
We do need some practice.
It's vital for porters to know the hospital inside out. And with a combined 32 years of experience, these 2 reckon they can do the job with their eyes shut.
Well, let's put it to the test.
So the question is, does Robbie know his way around this hospital blindfold with earplugs in?
There's no way he'll know what ward we've taken him to.
Chris, we're getting 2. So before we take off the blindfold, tell us where you think you are.
Judging by the doors that had to be opened, I'd say 4C.
Wow, that is pretty good, actually.
The Robbies made that look easy.
But it's not just knowing your way around the hospital, it's about looking after the patients.
9-year-old Megan has been in and out of hospital since she was 3.5, so she knows a good porter when she sees one.
So you've just come down from upstairs. What was your experience with the porters? Because you're the real porter expert.
Really good.
We're about to have our portering exam. So what do you think, what would be like 3 bits of advice you'd give us about being the best porters we can be?
Make sure you know where you're going. Don't crash into anything. And entertain the person.
Great advice, Megan. We definitely need it.
It's time for us to take over as hospital porters.
I can't believe I've got to wear blue.
We're about to find out who's better at portering, and I have to say I'm ready to put this issue to bed once and for all. I mean, if you think you're going to win, you're off your trolley.
Our challenge is to go from this examination room to Theatre 1 in the quickest time possible.
It normally takes us a maximum of 4 minutes.
I think this sounds relatively straightforward. Where is Theatre 1?
Got no idea.
That's right, there'll be a sign. We'll figure it out. It must be around here somewhere.
Right, Chris, you're up first.
Go, 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 go! Come on, Chris.
Forgotten something?
The what? The brakes.
Come on, clever clogs. Aren't you worried your patient is going to fall out of bed?
Oh, the danger.
So, so the first thing is I want to engage in some friendly banter.
You? Banter?
This isn't going well.
Didn't think so.
Well, I go one way, Xand's gone the other.
All right, theatres.
Yeah, he's going the wrong way for a start.
Already lost, Xand?
There's nothing on the sign.
Time for some patient entertainment.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Europe.
Europe who?
No, Europe who?
Embarrassing, Chris.
Well, yeah, but at least I've not gone to the basement.
Oh no, there's no one here. Miles away.
So now what are we going to do?
I'm feeling a bit dizzy.
Okay. God, just got to get it under control.
Seems to be going all over the place.
I've lost my shoe completely. What am I doing? Come on.
Looks like we're finally getting close, or at least I am. Ugh! This is like an obstacle course. Oops. But I'm on the home straight.
Ouch! Ouch!
Hot on your heels, Chris.
Sorry about that.
Hello, here we are.
Ta-da! I've definitely won this.
I don't think so.
Victory is mine.
There's only one way to settle it.
One of yous was 4.5 minutes faster than the other one. And the winner is Dr. Chris.
9 minutes, 28 seconds, in your face.
Whatever.
It takes us on average 4 minutes from the ward to theatre. Not very good.
Well, Xand, it's pretty clear to me that porters like Robbie and Robbie are essential to the running of this hospital. And we have not covered ourselves in glory. I think we should hand the bed back.
Thank you. And who should we send the bill to for the damage?
Dr. Xand.
I've forgotten my wallet. Let's go.
Today's hospital hero is Postman Brian, who single-handedly sorts, delivers and collects all the mail in the hospital.
Alder Hey is bigger than 7 football pitches. Brian delivers to 100 different locations, and his daily rounds are over 12 miles long.
So who gets most of the mail in the hospital?
Doctors. Not the patients.
It's a lot of the departments that get the mail.
So it's not just get well cards. This is all the really important mail about patient letters.
Referrals and stuff like that, yeah.
So the letters you're dealing with here are some of the most important letters in the country.
Yeah.
So Brian's work is vital to the running of the hospital, and we're just in time to help.
Wow. Is this a big day, Brian?
Yeah, Monday is a big day because of the weekend stuff as well.
Great. So what next, Brian?
We just sort of take the bags and tip it out.
Oh, come on, Chris.
Not a great start. When you do it, does quite a lot end up on the floor?
No, not really.
Oh dear. Time to start sorting, and it's not as easy as you think.
Alder Hey Children's Hospital, Alder Hey Children's NHS Foundation, Alder Hey Children's Charity. They're not even calling it the same thing, because I can't even read that. That seems to be an O or a D.
I think we're going to struggle with this.
I think you're right, Chris. While we've got off to a bad start, Brian has this down to a fine art.
He's making this look quite easy.
With 100,000 letters arriving each year, there's no stopping him.
You're not really pausing, Brian. There's not a lot of puzzling around about this.
Nope.
And it's not just important medical post. Deliveries can help make patients feel better.
So while Brian's sorting the post downstairs, we're delivering some post to a young lady who gets a lot of mail here in hospital.
Dolly.
Bed 30.
I'm here.
There she is. We've met Dolly before in Ouch and About. Hi again, Dolly.
So we've got some post for you. Dolly, what would life in hospital be like if you didn't get any post?
Boring.
What things have you got in the post?
This lion, the big fuzzy one.
So what's his name?
Wait a minute. There's only one name for a pet lion. Tiger. Am I right?
Yeah.
Did you tell him the lion's name was Tiger?
No.
Xand the psychic postman.
So we've seen just how important the job of hospital postman really is. But will we be able to...
Wait for it.
Don't do this, Xand.
I'm going to do it. Deliver when it comes to doing the job ourselves. Come on. It's time for us to take over as hospital postman.
Your challenge today is to get these 5 important letters to patients and staff as quick as you can.
So Xand and I have 5 special Operation Ouch letters, each to deliver around the hospital. The fastest postman wins.
Xand, you're first. Ready, steady, post.
Good luck. He's gonna need it. I'm right behind you, Xand.
Ready, steady, post.
To speed things up,
I'm going to plan as I go. So we've got Beth in ward.
Butterfingers, Chris. I have no idea where I'm going. I need to do some planning.
while Xand's working out his route, I'm storming ahead.
That's you. I've got a letter for you.
Thank you very much.
To the ground floor.
Harding, let's get some speed up. Come on.
4B is Beth.
Okay, so that's number 4.
Hang on. I've only got 4 bits of mail. I've already lost 1 letter. It's not like it's...
Kath Harding, but I'm doing okay.
For you.
Another one done.
There you go.
Come on, I can do this!
Is this facilities management? I've got a letter for you.
Finally, a delivery! But Chris has done more. Got to speed up. Maybe this hospital robot can help me.
I need to get to level 2.
Well, there's no need to be like that.
Level 2, here I am.
And another delivery. Help! Chris is posting away. I need to get a lift first.
Yes! A lift. Gee, ooh, I need level 2. This lift doesn't go where I need to go. All right, I need to get up.
Nearly done.
I have a letter for you.
Finally, out of the basement. Things are going a bit better. This might be closer than I thought. Only 1 lost and 4 delivered.
Stop the clock.
Hi, Joshua. Really nice to meet you. I have a letter for you. And stop the clock.
What's the verdict, Brian?
1 did it in 29.19 and 1 did it in 19.32.
So, Brian, who was who?
The winner is...
Oh! Yes! What? I posted you into defeat.
So, where did I go wrong?
Losing a letter.
Okay, I was the slowest and I lost a letter.
I don't think it was the most important one.
Lucky for you, it wasn't a real one.
Well, in the end, it was a close run thing, but I think if there's one thing we've learned, it's just how important the job of hospital postman really is.
It was not a close run thing, but either way, I think we should leave it to the experts. Brian, here is your post trolley back.
Today we're meeting 3 heroes from the maintenance team, starting with engineer Adam. The maintenance team keep everything in working order here at Alderhay.
Adam, what does that involve?
Everything, from ventilation to anything in between, toilets, lights.
What's on the menu today?
The next job is a code brown.
Hang on a minute.
What's a code brown?
Well, you're about to find out.
I'm so jealous. Chris is getting to do a code brown, whatever that is. He always gets all the best jobs.
This is a code brown.
Oh, it's poo!
Oh, no.
It's not the most glamorous job, but it's got to be done, and you've got to keep the hospital operational.
Hold on a second. That looks like tea bags. Have you made up this code brown specially for me?
Well, we might have done, or someone's been eating tea bags.
Huh, nothing like a nice cup of tea, Chris. Ugh.
OK, so show me how you unblock the toilet.
Put the plunger in, cover the hole, and you...
Get to it, Chris.
You're giving it some, aren't you?
Stop leaving it all to Adam.
You're gonna
flush the test, and there you go.
Brilliant job. Very impressed.
You big wimp. Leaving the bowels of the building, there are plenty of jobs to do on the outside too, and one of them involves a secret weapon. Meet Jay, our second maintenance hero, and his Harris Hawk, Leo.
What is Leo's job at this hospital?
Basically, a deterrent to the pigeons. Leo's job is to stop the pigeons from living on site.
And why don't we want pigeons living on site?
We don't want them to be pooing into the filtration systems for the hospital.
Right.
Obviously, it's a sterile environment and we want to keep it clean.
So you don't want poo in your air conditioning system?
That would definitely be a code brown, Xand.
Jay releases Leo to fly around the hospital. As a bird of prey, he scares off the pigeons and other birds so they disappear sharpish.
OK, here he comes. Wow.
Now it's my turn, and I'm a little nervous.
I actually feel genuinely quite terrified. He's going to land on my hand, we hope.
Well done, Xand.
He obviously likes you.
This is completely magical. I think you've got the best job in the world, Jay. Good job, Leo.
Now it's time for the challenge with our third maintenance hero, Ian.
Ian, tell us what our challenge is.
For today's takeover challenge, we're going to head to the roof.
The roof at Alderhay is a 24-metre-high eco-roof, full of wild flowers, and just like other gardens, this one needs to be weeded.
It's a very special roof, and it needs maintaining in a very special way, and that's via abseil.
Yikes!
To make it a fair challenge, Ian has planted 5 dead flowers for us to collect, whilst lowering ourselves down on special safety ropes. He who collects the most flowers wins.
It's head-to-head extreme gardening.
OK, let's get ready.
We need the right gear and the right skills.
Ian and his team do this all the time, but we have to learn the ropes to keep us safe on the steep and highly dangerous slopes of the hospital roof.
Old Dr. Xand is just going to have to rise to the occasion. I think I'm going to come out of this smelling of roses.
Xand, roof's this way. Not a good start.
I'm off, and let me tell you, I know a thing or two about flowers.
Look at that, there's some red campion. You don't see that very often.
There's a couple of ribwort plantain. Of course, that's a perennial herb found all over the UK. Oh, no! I've missed one! No! Got to pay more attention.
Right, now it's my turn.
Ready?
My plan is to focus and get the job done.
Lock it off.
This is easy. That's my first one in the bag.
Next flower.
And my second is not far behind. What about you, Xand?
I've got my first one! There's no stopping me now.
2 down. And hello, flower number 3.
Hang on, Xand. I'm right behind you. Focus, focus. Ha-ha! I'm storming ahead now. One more to find.
Some knapweed, a few cornflowers. Oh, I almost missed that one.
I really need Chris to miss his final flower.
Too late, I've done it.
I think I can still win. Surely Ian will be impressed with my flower knowledge.
Let's see, shall we?
Ian, how did we do? It's got to be the man that had his mind on the job and collected all 5 flowers. Chris.
Yes! It shows the importance, Xand, of staying focused while you're working in a hazardous environment. Now, we've seen how important the work is of Ian and the maintenance team in keeping the building looking great and working well.
But you know what, Chris? Even you didn't do a perfect job. I think work like this is definitely best left to the experts. Thanks very much, Ian. We had a brilliant day.
Thanks,
Cheers.
guys.
Today's hospital heroes are Pat, Sue, and Lindsay, who are part of the cleaning or domestic services team.
It's not just doctors and nurses helping save lives. Without these hospital heroes keeping this place spotless, infection could spread and put patients at risk.
How much of the hospital has to be cleaned?
All of it.
And how much hospital is there to clean?
Well, the floor area is bigger than 7 football pitches.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, and everything in this hospital has to be kept super clean, including this bath.
So, Pat, every bathtub I've ever used has had like a line of dirt all the way around here. Isn't that every bathtub?
Not in here, it's not. Not with us domestics.
And it's not just baths that need buffing. The floors need a good clean too, and there's a special technique.
You have to do figure 8. So as you're doing it, you're taking all the bits up as well.
Okay.
Time for us to get stuck in.
What do you think of Chris's technique?
Yeah, very good.
Are you just being nice?
No.
It wasn't as graceful as you. Do you ever sing it?
Stylish, but it got the job done. Why don't you have a little go?
Here we go. This is what I do. Dun 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 dun.
That was terrible.
What was wrong with it?
Pat?
Well, the floor's wet. You could slip.
But marks for style out of 10.
7.
One of the most important places to keep germ-free is the operating theatre. Every surface, floor and wall gets cleaned twice.
Sue, you clean everything once, and then Kathy cleans it again, and that's a deep clean.
Yeah, and to make sure nothing's missed. So I'd start, and then Kathy comes after me.
The theatres are then closed, and no one is allowed to enter before the surgeon.
We've seen how important it is to keep the hospital clean.
But which one of us is going to clean up in the hospital takeover challenge? Eh? Clean up? Get it? Clean up?
Our challenge is set by Lindsay, who's an expert in cleaning babies' incubators.
What's your challenge for us?
In my challenge is to clean an incubator where the premature babies go when they're really sick.
Are these difficult to clean?
Yeah, there's lots of little nooks and crannies.
Babies that need to be put in incubators are always vulnerable to infection, so it's crucial that their cots are completely germ-free. Lindsay must use a fresh cloth when wiping each section to avoid contamination.
We're just getting our strategy sorted out for the cleaning challenge. Xand, what strategy are you going to adopt?
Can you not distract me, please? I'm trying to focus.
Ready, steady, clean!
This challenge is really difficult.
Oh, come on.
As we have to dismantle the incubator and put it back together.
It's quite hard to clean the incubator when you can't take it to pieces.
Okay, hang on. I've got this bit. Ah, yes! Oh, yuck.
Dried milk is a bit harder to get off than I thought it would be.
Harder.
Harder?
Just harder. It's never going to get finished.
That's not helpful. Got to keep changing cloth.
I haven't changed my cloth in 10 minutes.
You can eat your tea off this bit. Get a bit of spit on there.
Is that allowed?
Put your James on.
That's bad.
10,
Dunno.
9, 8,
These incubators have to be germ-free.
5, 4,
And Lindsay has a special way of testing for germs.
1.
This incubator is ready to have a baby in it.
I don't think so, Chris. It looks a bit wonky to me.
Maybe. But let's see whose is the cleanest.
This machine detects the lowest number of germs. Whoever's got the lowest score is the overall winner.
Lindsay inspects the incubators to measure the muck.
She takes swabs from various places, and when she puts them in the monitor, it gives a reading of how many germs are still present.
There was 2 scores of 505 and 351. The winner with the lowest score is...
I was robbed.
What score do you normally get, Lindsay?
3 or 2.
So will our incubators now be returned to the intensive care for sick babies to be put into?
No, I'll have to clean them again.
We've made it a little easier for you.
Not really.
Well, Chris, I think it's clear that the real heroes here are the domestic services teams like Lindsay, Pat and Sue, who are helping to prevent infections all over the hospital.
Time to hand back our aprons to the professionals.
Today's hospital heroes are 999 call handlers Laura and Fiona from the East Midlands Ambulance Service. They're part of a team that sends out over 600,000 ambulances every year, saving lives every hour of every day.
Wow, let's get ready for a 999 boot camp.
How many calls do you get in a typical day?
That can vary, and every day is very different. Today, for instance, it's now nearly 8 o'clock and we've taken 1,537 calls.
Wow.
And out of that, 86% of those have been picked up within 5 seconds.
5 seconds?
5
wow.
seconds.
What I find amazing about being in this room is that it is a very calm, quite relaxed environment, and yet I know that almost everyone on the phone in this room is having a phone call with someone who's having a terrible day.
Yes, even though it could be their 40th, 50th call of the day, the person they're speaking to, chances are it's the first time and maybe only time they will ever make this 999 call. Our call handlers have to make sure that they keep them calm and help them through it.
One person who knows just what it's like to be on the other end of the phone is 7-year-old Hannah, who dialed 999 to help her sister Amy.
And this is Nurse Chris and call handler Lisa, who helped her through it.
Ambulance service, tell me exactly what's happened.
Well, my sister has gone funny. She can't see anything. She's got really pale.
I'm going to pass you through to one of our clinicians, all right?
Quick, come in.
Hannah, it's Chris. I'm a nurse at the ambulance service, and I would like you to ask Mummy to lie your sister down on the floor with her feet up on something.
She needs to lie flat with her feet up on something. She's going a bit red.
Good. Well, the ambulance are there now to help make your sister better, all right? How old are you, sweetheart?
I'm 7.
Well done.
It turned out Amy had a virus and she made a total recovery.
Wow, what an amazing call.
Was it difficult making the phone call?
Yeah. I was really scared. I was literally standing there and shaking like mad.
You didn't sound nervous at all. Chris, were you very surprised when you found out that Hannah was 7 years old?
Absolutely amazed, because she was actually, to be honest, a lot better than a lot of the adults that we speak to.
What do you think, Amy?
I don't think anyone would have done as good as she did.
If you ever need to make a 999 call like Hannah, here are the things you need to do.
Number 1, know your address or where you are.
Number 2, clearly describe what happened.
And number 3, keep calm and listen.
We've seen how the professionals do it. Time for us to take over as 999 call handlers. Our mission is to handle a major emergency.
Well, Xand, it's a fake call with Fiona and her mate Doris, who's a dummy.
Ooh, hello, Doris. I'm just trying to get in the right frame of mind for this challenge and just practice my calm, reassuring voice. Ambulance! Police! What's happening?
Xand, you're doing this all wrong. Let me do it, okay? So you've got to stay calm, okay? Watch this.
That sounded pretty good,
That sounded better.
I feel
Let's try it.
relaxed.
Yeah,
I feel good.
Okay,
I feel
all
good
right,
about
I
that.
think we're ready.
To help us, we have the 999 protocol book. This contains all the rules for giving medical help over the phone.
Oh, what can possibly go wrong?
Remember, never call 999 unless you have a genuine emergency.
Ambulance, tell me exactly what happened.
My friend is unconscious. She's not awake.
She's not awake.
What is the address of the emergency?
Swan Street.
Swan Street. Okay, thank you very much. Can you see if her chest is moving, or can you put your hand over her mouth?
My hand over her mouth.
Not sure that's going to help, Xand.
Okay, so I just need you to answer a few more questions.
Time wasting, Chris.
Place the heel of your hand on the breastbone and pump the chest hard and fast 30 times, twice per second.
Feeling the pressure, Xand?
Now I want you to place your hand on her forehead and put your other hand under his neck.
My friend is a girl.
Sorry.
Poor Doris.
There's an ambulance on the way. You're doing a
It's
really...
not working. He's not waking up. Help me.
This is a nightmare.
Stay calm and just focus on doing this properly. That's
The best thing you can do for your friend at the moment.
Nothing's happening. She's not waking up.
Please make the ambulance arrive.
Keep giving the breaths and keep giving the 30 pumps. There's an...
The ambulance is here. I'll go and let them in.
okay. Hand over the patient. Oh, they've hung up.
Nope, and she's hung up on me. So that was extremely stressful. I have all the instructions written down. I know it's Fiona in the other room. I know it's not a real patient. And I made what I think was basically a complete mess of that.
What an amazing job.
Let's get the verdict.
I need to lie down.
3, 2, 1, vote.
What?
Sorry.
So what clinched it for Xand?
He got to CPR instructions much faster.
Right.
I mean, I still took possibly a fatally long time.
Well, both of you had quite big pauses within the call. In their, moment of need, gaps are not good.
I think it's best that we leave handling the 999 calls up to you guys.
Thanks
a lot.
Thank you.
Today's hospital heroes are ambulance crew Dave and Gemma.
These trained professionals have the skills to get patients to hospital quickly and safely.
We need to get to the patient in good time. For serious injuries, we need to be there within 8 minutes. Whilst we do need to drive quickly, we need to be safe whilst we're doing it. When we're going to a job, we've got oncoming traffic to think about. We've also got pedestrians and other road users.
Despite the busy roads, Dave needs to make sure the ride is silky smooth for the patient and medical team in the back.
With our driving skills, a lot of the time on the way to hospital, I forget that we're moving.
To see just how smooth Dave is behind the wheel, watch this glass of water.
Gemma, Dave's driving. You really think he's not going to spill this cup of water?
I'd like to hope so.
Well, let's see how he does.
It's quite a good visual because when you're driving, you are thinking about that cup and thinking about, am I going to spill it? Am I going to spill it?
Still dry back there, Dave.
Even with a super smooth driver, it still takes lots of skill to treat a patient in a fast-moving ambulance, especially since to do this, the seatbelts have to be unbuckled.
Whoa, wow. This is very difficult indeed.
Steady on, Xand.
You're not crashing into everything. I'm just leaning on the wall now, okay.
So you've got to make your legs as far apart as possible.
It's surfing, right? That's what you're trying to do, is surfing. It's like surfing, but also you're trying to save someone's life while you do it.
And not a drop spilled. Brilliantly done, Dave.
We've seen how important the driving skills of the ambulance team are to the running of a big hospital.
But will we have the drive to succeed when we do it for ourselves? Or will our driving just be a little tired? Get it? Like the tyre on a wheel of an ambulance?
Enough, Xand. Today's challenge is no joking matter, especially since I have to wear green.
So, Dave, what have you got for us?
Well, guys, today I've designed a bit of a driving obstacle course for you.
Yikes, that's not going to be easy. We're going to have to drive the ambulance forwards and backwards through some cones, then up an alleyway. We'll even have to be careful of magically moving pedestrians.
Hello. And finally, go round in a loop before coming to a stop.
I'm going to time you. Any obstacles that you hit will be a 10-second time penalty. You're going to have me in the front of the vehicle, and then in the back of the vehicle, you're going to have a patient and the paramedic.
And they'll be judging us on the smoothness of the journey.
Controlled, smooth, safe.
Absolutely.
Speedy.
Time for a nice, smooth, relaxing journey. My patient will love it.
Let's get the patient to hospital quickly. That's what I'd want.
So, Chris's first task is the cone slalom. He'll soon be on a collision course with disaster, I hope.
I think we can fairly say that you're going to hit that one, so that's 10 seconds.
First penalty against Chris. Bring it on.
Oh.
Yes, and another.
Bit me.
I doubt if Xand can do any better than me.
Okay, am I going to make this cone? Come on, come on!
He makes it, but he's so slow.
How close was I?
Ha! Penalty points.
Did Chris have to reverse at all?
I can't say anything yet.
Good man, Dave. Now, just like real ambulance drivers, we have to reverse.
I bet Chris thinks he's pretty good at this.
Precision driving.
Well done, and now we're going to go through the barriers.
Oh, sorry. You're all right back there?
Yeah, we're all right.
Can Xand handle going in reverse?
What's interesting is I've totally forgotten that there's a patient in the back. No.
Yes. Penalty point for Xand.
Can you really do this? Like, is it possible?
Now, Chris has to be super careful. It's time for pedestrian alley. And just look at how small those kids are.
Hiya!
Oi, watch out! Oh, hello! Speedily done, Chris, but I'll be smoother.
You're quite steady, Xand, but remember, you've got to get patients to hospital quickly.
This doesn't feel very professional. It's like I don't think you ever see a paramedic driving like this.
Watch out for pedestrians, Xand.
Come on, mate, get out of the way!
Surely that's going to cost him. And Xand's done.
OK, now loop.
Easy does it, Chris. Keep your patient in one piece.
It's a good job there's no signal here.
And then it's full steam ahead to the finish line.
Stop.
Chris, what are you doing?
Sorry, I thought something ran out in front of me.
Are you all right?
You're fine.
Xand's turn on the loop. Come on, you have to get to the hospital. I hope his patient's okay.
How's everyone back there?
Took a little while.
Sorry, madam.
Just quicker next time, okay?
OK, so what's the verdict? By how much did I beat Dr. Xand?
Chris, you got 4 minutes, 47 seconds. That's including 2 penalty points. And Xand, your time was 10 minutes, 57 seconds, which includes 2 penalty points.
I didn't feel that slow. I didn't have this beard when I started the course.
Yeah.
So, Chris wins part 1 for speed.
But what about part 2? Smoothness.
The smoother drive was Xand.
Yes!
So it's one apiece. Who then has won the challenge?
Let's see the vote.
Yes! Slow and steady wins the race.
Xand, your patient would have been quicker walking to hospital.
Don't be a sore loser, Chris.
Well, Xand, I think we've learned how important the driving skills of the ambulance team really are. And it's time we handed back the keys. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Gemma.
Xand.
Thank you, Emily.